Awesome. Well, we are live over here on YouTube, which I'm excited about. Live on YouTube. And we are live over here on TikTok. Let me switch my mirror here so you guys can even read that board. Appreciate you guys dropping in. As you guys are dropping in here, drop where you're from. I'd love to hear where you're from. We're over here on YouTube, so if you're watching this replay on YouTube, go ahead and drop a replay in the comments. I'd love to hear that you're watching it, as well as where you're from, which would be awesome to see how far we can connect. And then over here on TikTok, you guys are awesome. And my favorite platform, I love TikTok. YouTube's awesome too, but I love TikTok, and all you guys jumping in here, drop where you're from, as well as if you guys want to watch the replay, you can watch the replay over on my YouTube channel. And so let's see, I'm trying to make sure I get this right. Awesome. All right. So today I want to share with you guys how you can make money online in 2026. It's a simple six-figure system. Okay, my background is I'm a software test engineer, have been for 22 years. And my job maybe you guys can relate with me. But and then if you guys can make sure you're on TikTok, you guys can tell me. If you can give me a thumbs up or a yes if you can hear me, I'd appreciate that. And drop where you're from in the comments as you guys are all joining and coming in. And I'm hoping that this, for you guys, can shift your guys' perspective and get some clarity today to help you guys accomplish your goals. Because I don't know if you guys are like me, where you feel like you're working your fanny off, you're working really hard, you're spending lots of time at your job, and your job may or may not allow you to have overtime, but you're still working hard because I hope that you're going to get a good raise or a bonus, because we don't know any other way to make money. We weren't taught any other different way. And so if you're like me, what I used to think is I just have to work more hours. I just have to work harder. And I've got to put my to the grindstone and just grind every day and make it work. But I've been doing that for 22 years, and I still live in paycheck to paycheck. Okay. I actually, over a week ago, my company just let me go and didn't give me much severance of anything, which is super frustrating. And so, but what I'm grateful for is I'm excited to be able to have the knowledge of being able to make money a different way. Okay. And I'm hoping that I can at least open your eyes a little bit to help you guys see that there is a different way to make money. You don't just have to have a job. And you've probably seen a lot of different digital marketing options out there. Okay. And I'm not bashing on them. If they work for you, great. If that's something aligned with you, great, do it. This is what aligned with me because, number one, I was working full time and I didn't have a lot of time to do it. A lot of them required constant posting videos all day, constant working your tail off. And I just couldn't do that. Okay. I didn't want to trade more time for money. Okay. Drop in the comments where you guys are from. I'd really love to hear where you're from. I'm going live a little bit later today, and I can't go as long today either because I've got I'm being at home dad today doing school. I have some kids that we homeschool, and they're up getting ready, and then at 9 in about a half hour I got to go up. We're going to start some schoolwork. So anyways, but let me share with you what I found. What I found is another way to make money, and what I found in this digital marketing program. It's not another course. It's a live interactive program, and that was super important to me because I didn't want to just buy a course and then have to try to connect all the dots and figure everything out myself. I wanted somebody to kind of be able to ask questions to. I needed, not necessarily wanted to, I wanted, and I needed that. I needed people I could ask that can help me through any roadblocks, right? And so, but also number two, I needed to make sure that this worked. Okay. And so I had a mentor of mine in a previous digital marketing. She started sharing this blueprint as well and started doing it as well. And so that was a huge credibility. And I talked to her and she's like, Matt, if I would have known this was here, I would have done this because there's so much value in the training and the learning, especially for the cost. Okay. And I'm going to share the cost with you. It's going to take some time. I mean, it's going to take an investment, just like anything. You've got to invest in yourself. Okay. People ask me all the time, how long have you been doing it? And are you making six figures? Okay. Well, number one, if you're going to base your success and your decisions off of what my success and decisions are, that's not smart. Okay. I'm saying this with all the love that I have. It's not smart because I'm one person. And just because my level of success may be amazing, it may not be. Okay. You're going to base your whole future off of me. Not smart. Okay. You need to look at multiple things and you got to realize that everybody starts down here at zero. Okay. Just like if you're going to school, you're going to school to be like if you're going to school to be a dentist, okay? Do you make money day one when you're starting to learn how to be a dentist? Heck no. It's like 7, 8 years later before you really start making any money as a dentist. Why? Because you got to learn it, right? You've got to learn how to become a dentist in order to do it. And so we don't question the dentist and say, are you making any money yet? Is it going to work for you? Well, we don't because we know if you become a dentist, and some dentists don't necessarily become successful either, guys. They most likely, if they start a practice or start working for somebody, they know it's going to work. Why? Because we've seen other people do it over and over and over. So, no different in this, okay? There are over 120 plus people in the program that have made six figures. There's 27 people in South Africa in Rand money that have made self-made millionaires in Rand money. Does it work? Yeah, it works. And this thing's only been around for like 2 to 3 years, guys. And in 10 months, this thing generated $29 million. Does it work? Yes or yes. Okay. So that's the question you really need to be asking. You need to ask the question, are some people having success? And if they are, okay, great. Is this going to work for me? And you're going to have to figure that out, okay? And look at what the program is and then decide if that's really going to work for you because really, just like anything, it can work for anybody, okay? But you have to work it. If you're going to jump in and do nothing and think, oh, okay, I bought the program and then put it on the shelf, it's not going to do you any good. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? So I want you guys to just look at this through what if, the lenses of what if. What if this really worked for me? What would it do? Okay. Now, like I said, I left my job, not left, they let me go. Okay. I was building this. I've been building this for months, building it up, learning the skills that I need in order to be successful. Okay. And I did it around my job. And I'm grateful I've got a foundation that I'm springboarding off of to do this. Okay. And you can do this around your job because of the system that it's built around. And so I want to share with you guys what really appealed to me when I saw this. Okay. The system. I'm a tech guy. You don't have to be a tech guy. So don't get me wrong. This anybody can do. Where's the contact form? Bearded Mountain Dude. If you go to the little yellow icon down here, there's the contact form there. It's TikTok Service Plus. Yep. And you enter that there. And then that'll send me your information. And then after I'm done with the live, I will send you a personal email on how to get access to Blueprint. The other ways, you can go to link in my bio and you can get the Blueprint there as well. Okay. And this Blueprint is literally the six-figure system. And I'm going to walk through, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that, Aaron. I'm going to walk through this blueprint, okay, and how this can work for you, okay, and how it works for me. The other thing, guys, if you're interested, if you're submitting that form, you're going to get taken to an option to go to my website. If you click on that website, you're going to see a community that I'm building in school, SKOOL. It's free to join, and I'm sharing free resources there as well. Tonight, for example, we have a leadership call where we are going through this book. We're in chapter 4. It's free to join, and we're sharing what we're learning and the nuggets we're pulling out of here, because you got to become the person you need to be. You got to grow in order to be able to make more money, in order to be able to build a business. Does that make sense? You are where you're at based on your knowledge, based on what you've learned and your experiences. And that's great. Now let's build upon it. Let's build those leadership skills. Okay. We're teaching the 4 keys to wealth: faith, leadership, financial literacy, and leveraging business systems. Okay. And so this is the flagship leverage business system that I'm going to share with you. So first, number 1, when you're trying to build, thank you guys for the follow. Thanks for the inquiries. Appreciate that. And if you guys wouldn't mind, while you're watching, just tap that screen. That'll help push the word out to everybody. And I really appreciate that a lot. Okay. So number 1, when you're building an online business, there are some key things you need. You need a website. Okay. A lot of people, that is very daunting. They're like, how in the world do I build a website? Okay. Some of us techies, we can build a website, but we may be able to technically build a website, but then how do we build and put in all the copy to get the messaging right? Okay. This system tells you how to do that. Then you also need email. Okay. You look at everybody that's successful online, is they have an email list. Why? Here's why. If you're on social media and you have this huge following, okay, there's a dude that reached out to me. He has over 1 million followers. He has no email list. He has no website, but yet he has 1 million followers, and he's trying to figure out how to monetize it. And I was trying to help him and show him a way. But anyways, if his account gets banned or shut down, he loses all of his following. Okay, which happens all the time. And so, number 1, my mentor, who I am part of this community of digital growth community with 58,000 people in it that are following this blueprint, she has a contact at TikTok that's helping her know how not to get banned. And they love this legacy builder program that we share because it's the real deal. And they love it because it helps keep people on their platform so they make money, right? That's how platforms make money, is keeping people on their platforms. And so she, number 1, helps us so we don't get banned. Number 2, we learn how to build an email list, because if it does happen, you still have your audience. Does that make sense, guys? Put a 1 in the comments if that makes total sense. It did to me when I learned that. I'm like, okay, that makes sense. Okay. Now, the other thing that you have to have is you got to have social media. All of you that are on here, boom, you've got that done. Okay. And you don't have to create a new account. Thank you, Runner. 2 million's online here. You are correct, sir. Awesome, Joel. That's what you've been able to do, infamous Joel. You've been able to do that. That's incredible. My mentor, she did 4 million last year, and she's done even more. Yes, sir. Awesome, Joel. Hey, I'm honored to have you on my live today. I am still learning and growing. I haven't made that much. And so I appreciate you chiming in and doing that. And so, yes, you guys, take it from someone who's super successful. I appreciate that. You need to have an email list. It's critical, okay? You got to have a social media account. I'm going to draw this and put this all together. You're doing fine, brother. Keep it up. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate that encouragement. I really do. Got to have a social media account, because you got to be able to drive people to your website, okay? And you can do it through social media. And, okay, thank you for the follows, you guys. I really appreciate that. Hold on. My daughter's texted me a quick question. I'm sorry. Let me answer this one. Okay. All right. She is up. You can ask her. This is what I love, you guys. I'm still there for my kids, and my kids will always come first, and my wife. So I'm glad I can do that. So appreciate you guys bearing with me. The other thing you gotta have is you gotta have a product. Okay, you gotta have a product or service that you can sell. You have to do that. Why? Because that's business, right? And what's a product or service? Well, all business is you're solving a problem. So there's a few ways you can make money. You can win the lottery, and that's about as much as chances of winning the lottery is about as much as you getting struck by lightning. Okay. Two, you can get inheritance, and that's not very much. If you know who you know your ancestors or your grandfather and your parents, and you can tell if you're going to get inheritance or not. Number three, you can lie, steal, and cheat, do all that stuff. And we don't want to do that. That's just terrible. It's always come back to you, and you're always going to crash and burn and fail, and consequences of that. Or four, you can solve a problem. Okay. You can solve a problem. Thank you, Aaron. Appreciate that, Rose, my friend. And that's all business is. At your work, if you're working for somebody, your business solves a problem. Think about it. Okay. So, what problem does this solve? Well, everybody needs to make money. Okay. I specifically help dads be able to make money differently. Instead of working for somebody and working 9 to 5, I'm helping them see a different way to make money, and they implement it. They can make money, replace their 9 to 5, be stay at home dads, which is what a lot of dads want. I've wanted it for years. Be a stay at home dad and have the income to support it. And you don't have to work 10, 12-hour days to do it. Okay. How many wants that? Yes or yes. Put a 1 in the comments if you guys want that. Okay. We're going to help you. I'm going to show you guys a step-by-step plan to do it. Okay. 1. Awesome, my friend. So let's show you. Okay. So you got to have these 4 things. Okay. Joel, if I'm missing something, drop it in there, my friend. So number 1, a website. Okay. Here's the website. What you don't need anything complicated. You really only need literally like 4 pages. I'm telling you. Okay. And then you need the first page right here is going to be your capture page. Okay. Your capture page is what captures the email. Okay. And then you want to give them something of benefit. Okay. What I'm giving here, and some of you have probably already gone and gotten the blueprint because I've seen people's emails coming through. You go link in my bio, or you can click on the orange icon and request it through there, and I'll send you a personal email on how to get it. Okay. But this blueprint is the basis of everything I'm showing you guys here. And I'm giving it to you for free because you can literally take that blueprint and you could build your empire off of that with that information. Now you're going to look at it and you're going to go, wow, that's simple. Remember, you guys, we've been taught our whole life how to make money, which is go to school, go get a job, and work for somebody the rest of your life, right? Thank you, Jamie. Appreciate that, my friend. Join in. That's what we've been taught. And so when we see a different way, we're like, how does that even work? We don't believe it, right? It's because our mindset, right? But someone like Joel and my mentor, Michelle, will look at it and go, yep, checkbox, 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 checkbox. That's exactly, you're going to be successful. Okay. So go get the blueprint. You can get it totally for free. Okay. And actually this Thursday, guys, as you get the blueprint, you'll get into my email automations, and I'm sending out a link to a free webinar that I am doing Thursday evening, 8 p.m. my time. And you'll be able to come and join that. It's just going to be on Zoom. It's going to be like a half hour. And I'm just going to share more in depth about the product. I'm going to share more in depth about it and teach you even more. Okay. So this is just enough, information I'm teaching you. Probably some of it's going to be duplicated because I am teaching you a lot here and I'm going into depth here. Okay. So they enter their email address. You send them in an email the blueprint. Okay. Or it may not be the blueprint. You may have your own product or service. You send them something of value that they can use and take, and it helps change their life or solve their problem. Okay. Then they get access to another page with a video And this video is just explaining your service or product and how it's going to solve your problem. Okay. And then over here, you go to another video that goes even more in depth for more information. Okay. Then the other option is they can go down here, then go to the sales page. And then this is going to give you all the options of the product and you can make a purchase right there. Okay. And then it's as simple as this. When they make a purchase, it goes into your bank account. Okay. Boom. I don't know. That's a bank. Sorry. Not the best drawer, but you guys understand what I'm saying. It goes into your bank account. Okay. And you get paid. Now, that's pretty simple. Okay. Once they get into your email list, okay, they are going to get emailed different emails with follow-up and teaching things that will help them move forward and see that, hey, I can actually do this. I have all the skills that I need. Okay. And that's the automated part. Now, the cool thing I love about this is that it's automated and it's open 24/7. Okay. How many people would like a storefront where you're selling a product and it's open 24/7 and you don't have to be there to make the sell? Put one in the comments if that's something that you would want. Okay. I'm a software test engineer by trade. I've been doing it for 22 years, like I said earlier, and I wrote programs to test software. That's what I did. Absolutely. Yes. I wrote software to do the testing for me, automate it so I wouldn't have to do it. Actually, I did it so I could focus on other things. No different here. I always thought, man, if I could automate my income, okay, nothing's going to be 100% automated. But if I can automate it to the point where I only have to spend 2 to 4 hours a day, if that, and I can do it anywhere I want, man, that would be the perfect deal, right? Yes or yes. Put yes in the comments if you guys want that. That's what I wanted. Okay. And when I realized that my job wasn't going to get me that, yes, my friend. Yes. Awesome, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you for commenting. It makes things so much more fun when people are commenting. Want that real bad. Yes, exactly. You've got to want it so bad, Bearded Mountain Dude, that you're going to do what it takes to get it. Okay. I want to tell you a quick story. You got to have hunger to make a change. Let me tell you a story on how much hunger you do have to make this work. There's a squire that wanted to be a knight. Okay. And the squire went up into the mountains and found a sage to ask him, how can I become a knight? What do I need to do? And that sage said, follow me. Okay. This is actually coming out of this leadership book. This is a leadership nugget, you guys. Yes, I'll help you, Go Makos. Thank you. Appreciate that. That sage says, follow me. And they go down to the lake, they get in a boat, and then go out in the middle of the lake. And the sage says, okay, now jump out of the boat. So he jumps out and he says, okay, get in the boat. And as the squire goes to get into the boat, the sage puts his hand down on him and he's pushing him down. And the squire's just fighting, trying to get up into the boat. And he's just fighting like crazy. And the guy's like, I can't breathe. He's like, I'm gonna, he couldn't even hear him. Right. And just about to the point where the guy's ready to pass out and die because he can't breathe. The sage lifts up his hand and helps him get back in the boat. And the squire's like, why in the world did you try to kill me? Why were you holding me down and not letting me get in the boat? I couldn't breathe. And the sage says, what were you thinking when that was happening? He goes, I couldn't breathe. I needed air. I was thinking that I just need air. I got to breathe. And he says, as soon as you want to be a knight, as bad as you wanted that air, you'll be a knight. And it's same here, guys. As soon as you want so bad to be able to have this and do this, you'll be successful. Why? You got to have that hunger. And every leader, to be a true leader, you've got to have that hunger. not true. Every leader has hunger because that's what they want. Um, and how is your sleep apnea? My sleep apnea. Why do I look like I'm really tired? I am. I apologize, but it's all good. So, okay, so that's the website, all right? And that's email. That's how you build your email list, okay? This becomes super valuable, okay? And you let people know, hey, if you're not finding value, you don't want to buy my product, get out of my email list. You don't want people in there just hanging around, okay? You want people that are interested in what you have because you want to help them. You don't want just people hanging there, okay? So, what's social media, okay? There are lots of different social media, okay? And this works on any of the platforms, okay? I don't know. I can't necessarily draw all the icons, okay? Whatever they are, okay? You got to have a social media account. Why? Because there you teach, you share your story, you connect with people. And what that does is it drives people to the capture page, okay? And it helps you find people. Now, I love YouTube. YouTube is one of the biggest search engines of how to do things online. TikTok, they say TikTok is the best place to start a business on because it's interest based. Let me explain that, okay? YouTube is how. So people go to YouTube to type in how do I make money online? How do I fix my car? How do I change the oil in my car, okay? You go to YouTube, you can learn a lot. I use YouTube all the time to do that. And I do a bunch of stuff on my own because of what I learned through YouTube. I love it. Okay. You can build this business the same way. How do I make money online? You can teach this online. That's why I'm streaming on YouTube too. Okay. So I'm teaching how to make money online. The other thing, what I love about TikTok and why I use TikTok is because it's interest based. Okay. Interest based means when you are on TikTok and you're scrolling through, okay, which videos do you stop and watch? Thank you for the follow, my friend. You watch the ones that you're interested in, right? Well, TikTok knows, oh, they watched that video. Well, this video is this subject. This is what they're talking about. This is what their interest is. And they keep a profile of you and they know what your interest is. And so what do? They push more of that same stuff to you on your For You page. Why? Because they want you to stay on their platform. Why? Because the longer you stay on their platform, the more money they make. Why? Because they push ads in front of you. You bet, my friend. Thank you. From New Jersey. Awesome. Very good. Thank you, Aaron. They push ads in front of you based on your interest again. Because if you people will pay to put ads on TikTok. You can see it now even more in the last few years. And there are big brands here on TikTok sharing ads, and they pay TikTok money to push ads in front of people because they know it's going to get to people that are interested in what they have, and they're going to make more sales because it's not just pushing it to just anybody, pushing it to people that are actually interested in what they want. Does that make sense, you guys? Yes or yes? Put one in the comments if that makes sense. When I learned that, it rocked my world. I'm like, holy cow, that makes so much sense. Okay. And it's so powerful. Okay. And so there are 5 billion people online. You're never going to run out of people. Tap if you want to make money. Tapping. He's saying tapping my screen. Appreciate that. There are 5 billion people online. Okay. And even if 1%, like my service and product is going to help you make money online. Okay. Even if only 1% are interested in making money online, that's 50 million people out of 5 billion. Do you think I'm going to find some people in there that are going to want to purchase my service or product? You bet. Here's the cool thing about it. Once you learn how to market online, you can market anything. And that's what I love. Okay. It's so exciting because then the world just opens up to you. Like me, I went to school to learn how to be a software engineer, how to test, how to do my job. I'm really good at it. I've been doing it for 22 years. And now I'm learning a different skill because I no longer want to work 9 to 5. I no longer want to get up and have to leave my family and then have 3 weeks of vacation a year, only 3 weeks. And that's also my sick time, by the way. So if I get sick, boom, you're not going on vacation, which is super ridiculous the way they changed that in the corporate world. Because I don't get the time with my family I want, but yet they want my time and they monopolize my time. The other thing is I give them my heart and soul. Same, it's absolutely ridiculous. It is. I give them my heart and soul, and I sacrifice my time, my blood, sweat, and tears to make them money. Okay. Sorry, daughter texted me again. Okay. I worked for a company for 17 years. And part of that, I worked 12, 15 hours, pulled overnighters for them at times. After 17 years, they just let me go. They said it was during the time where we were all home because of the problem throughout the world. And they had to cut some people, and they just said, we're going to cut you. And it wasn't really based on my performance, because they knew who I was. I've been there for 17 years. I was a great worker, and they gave me awards all the time for doing good work. Okay. And then all of a sudden they started, anyways, I'm not going to go into the details. My manager and his manager didn't necessarily like me. So they cut me and let me go. And they said, you're done. And I was so frustrated because I gave 17 years of my life to them to make them millions of dollars. My last company, they just let me go over a week ago. As a consultant, I know what my billing rate was. I know what I was making, and they made literally over 300, 400,000 off of me over the last, yeah, that's crazy. It's so frustrating, huh? That's exactly right. I didn't do that enough, but I'm not that kind of guy. I don't do that. Okay. I think that's ridiculous. I think you should be rewarded based on your performance, your character, and your performance, and your loyalty, not just who you know and how good you can make those above you feel good, right? You shouldn't have to. I'm not yet. Yes, you shouldn't have to. It's ridiculous, and that's why I'm done with corporate America. And so this company let me go recently, and they only gave me a third of what I make in a month, and I made them $300,000-$400,000 over the last 3 years. Just me. I'm not talking about my team that I work with. We're a development team. We're expensive. I was working with 2 developers, a project manager, and a designer, and another tester like me. That's a multi-million-dollar team building software, right? Neither did I. Yeah, right? Exactly. That's what we do. We work for ourselves. And so I'm tired of that. Okay. And I'll be honest with you guys, this hasn't replaced my income yet, but you got to start somewhere. And I'm learning these skills, and I will replace my income. I have no doubt. Why? Because those who are further along than me, I see they are doing that. Dads are coming home and they're replacing their income following these principles. And so I am on that same path, and I'm starting to see success. And so, exactly. Imagine if it gets there it is. Yep, exactly. They do. They, I'm not going to go into it, bearded man. I can go up, bearded mountain dude. I could go into it, but I'm not going to, because I don't want to be negative. I'm just sharing my experience with you and why I am switching the way I make money, because I am tired of the system of working 9 to 5. It's broken. You look at most Americans. I dodged my question too. Well, what was the question? Whatever the question was, I'll answer. I didn't think there was a question. They're just commenting on what I said, my friend. Tell me what the question was, and I'll answer it. I just lost track of what I was saying. So I am changing the way I make money. Oh, the system is broken. Most Americans, you guys, need 2 jobs in their household in order to survive now. It's crazy what's happened in our economy because of inflation and all the stuff that's going on. Okay. And I'm not going to go off on that. I'm same age. I put in over 20 years on Indeed, no calls. Oh, 20 apps. Yeah. 30 years running restaurants and bars. Yeah. It's crazy. I've done 30. I've applied at 30 different jobs. I do have an interview with a recruiter today. And that's because the person I knew I worked with at this other company knows me, he likes me, and knows my skills. And so you have that connection there. So we'll see what happens. I am gonna, if I can get a job before I get this really going, I'm gonna do it because I can have a job. And that's the beauty of this, guys, is I can still build this. And Isaiah 53 hiring at Isaiah 53 hiring. Yeah, it's crazy. They target young and naive at some point. Well, I'll age out their demographic. Yep, we will. Exactly. And that's why I'm building this, because I wanted some security and I wanted to control it. Okay. I did network marketing thinking it's a system I can plug into. It's a product I don't have to create that people want, and I can plug into it and start making money, right? I didn't see your question, Money Awaken. Anyways, drop the question if you have it. I don't see it in there, my friend. If you guys see the question too, let me know, because I answer questions. Anyways, I wanted some security, something that I owned. As a network marketer, I'm not bashing on them. The compensate typed it 2 times now. I wonder if it's being filtered, my friend. So I don't see it. It's probably being filtered. So you're probably putting in there to trigger. So do you have a system for product launch? I do, my friend. And I'm going to get to that quick here because I've got to get off and go be a school dad today. So it's not coming through, Money Awakens. Anybody else see Money Awakens question? Because I'm not seeing it. Yeah, it's being filtered. Exactly. So don't put words in there and be mean. Ask an honest question, and don't be throwing stuff to just throw negativity out there, because that doesn't help anybody, my friend. So in network marketing, you don't own it. You are a contractor. Okay. My mentor, she was making $7,000-8,000 a month in a network marketing company. They got on a call thinking it was going to be an announcement that's going to blow things up and be really excited. They ended up not being mean. You're trying. Oh, well, if you really look into it, you can see that I'm not, my friend. Okay. So I appreciate your opinion and I respect your opinion, but if you understand what I'm teaching and sharing, I'm not. What I shared with you are principles that people are using every day to make money online. We had infamous Joel on here who said he's been successful. It's the same stuff, guys. And these marketing principles that we learn here in my product are the exact same principles that you see when you're watching the NFL Super Bowl in the ads. It's exact same marketing principles. So take it for what it is. But on that call, they changed the comp plan. She lost $4,000 overnight. Changed everything, and she realized I don't own it. And so that's what she came into being a digital marketing, came into the digital marketing space and wanted to own it. So that's what this is, guys. And the product, let me share with you the product that I sell. Okay. Just like me, I didn't have a lot of time. I didn't have time to figure out a product, and I needed to learn digital marketing. Well, when you're doing digital marketing, you have to have a product that people want. Okay. You also have to have a website. Okay. You have to be able to know how to write your emails and set all that up in your automations. Okay. Excuse me. And then you got to know the marketing aspect of it. When you're trying to do all of those, which I was trying to do that because I was trying to put my network marketing company online to find customers because I hated bugging my friends and family. And when I came across this, that took care, the product I sell you guys, it's called the Legacy Builder Program, and it's awesome for beginners. Okay. Because you get a full-on website, you get a community, you get to be part of a community. So you're in business by yourself. Sorry, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Okay. And it's over 58,000 people in that community. And it's a live, interactive training. Yesterday, we got on a live training with Michelle O'Neill, my mentor, who created this, who's a 7+ figure earner. And she taught us how to connect with people online. We walked through 4 different things. Are you having a disconnect on visibility? Are you having a disconnect on connecting with people on a piece of it? Dang, I can't remember it. I'm trying to remember the details. But she taught us, and we were able to ask questions in that interactive training. Okay. All right. Interesting. All right, my friend. Yes. Did you put you submitted your request, right? Bearded Mountain Dude. I think I saw that you did that. I will get that email to you. And then in that email, I'll show you how I'll send you a link. You can join my community because that's where I'm really going to be working. Okay. Awesome, my friend. That's where I'm going to be really working with people to be able to do this. Okay. You can only do so much over live. Thank you, my friend. Have a good day at work. Appreciate you dropping by and listening. And so the live interactive community. Okay. And you get the emails. And here's the other part I love. Master resale rights. So you bet, my friend, what are master resale rights? Well, everybody knows what master resale rights, but everybody doesn't realize it. Okay. Drop a 1 in the comments if you guys know what master resale rights are. And 2 if you do not. I want to see how many people know what I'm talking about. Okay. When I saw this, I can't not see it anymore. Okay, Joe, 2. Thank you, my friend. I can't see it, can't not see it anymore. Okay. It's like that little arrow thing when you're looking at a FedEx truck on the side. I don't know if you guys have seen this. Do you guys know there's an arrow in the FedEx logo? It's between the what is it? FedEx. It's the E, I can't remember. It's right embedded in the middle. Once you see it, you'll never not see it. Okay. It's the same thing with master resale rights. Okay. Creations. Well, thank you for joining. I have an affiliate program. Okay. Anyways, appreciate you, man. If you wouldn't just try to go promote yourself on here, I have a space. You can do that if you want, but not on my live. Appreciate you, my friend. I'm talking to somebody on YouTube. So, master resale rights. Everybody knows who Verizon, T-Mobile is. Do they create the phones? No. Okay, this is a Motorola phone. The phone I'm on streaming on is an iPhone. Okay, they don't have to recreate the phone. Why? Because there's phones. Thank you, my friend. There are phones that are that already work, that another manufacturer makes. Okay, why would they go? And thank you, Engineer Lane. Appreciate that, my friend. Why would they go and recreate a phone competing with Apple or and Motorola or Samsung, right? When they have a phone that just works. We don't question it. It turns on and it works. They don't have to. Verizon is a $17 billion company, you guys, and they didn't create the phone that they sell. They have master resale rights to resell that phone. Okay. Joe, does that make sense? Now, take that to stores like Macy's and Walmart. You look like a nice person and I would like to learn more. Where do I go? Thanks, Joe. Thank you for the question. Yes. So a couple ways, Joe, you can get in touch with me. You can go here to the link in my bio and get the blueprint through there. Or if you want, you can click on this little orange icon. It's TikTok's Service Plus that allows you to connect with me. Fill out the form, and then I will send you an email on how to get access to the blueprint and how to get access to my community as well, where I help people learn how to make money, up their leadership, and better their finances. That's what I do in my community. There's lots of free resources in there too. Okay. Awesome, my friend. You go to Macy's or Walmart. Are all their things that they sell in there their own brand? Heck no. Yes, great value for Walmart, but then they sell a bunch of other brands inside Walmart. You have to pay to put your stuff on their shelf. Why? Because they have a platform that companies want to be put on their shelf so they can sell their product to you and I. Okay. Brilliant system that Walmart has. They have the name recognition. They have the presence. Okay. Master resale rights is all over the place. Now, Joe, you'll probably see it everywhere. Okay. And so that was huge for me when I saw this. The other thing is in this product, okay, you get in this product, you get all this stuff and you get the master resale rights to resell this product and service. Okay. Resell this and you make 100% profit. That was huge. And let me show you why. And then I actually got to jump off. When I was doing network marketing, okay, I was making $12.50 per product per sell. Not a lot. That equaled out to be 25%. Okay. If I wanted to make six figures in my network marketing company, I had to sell to 8,000 customers. I had to make 8,000 sales. Okay. You can do the math. You can figure that out. That's a lot of work. Okay. In this, let me show you what products we have available. Okay. And each one of these are different levels that, let's see, whatever, we'll just use red. We'll continue with red, okay? I have a $1,400 package. I have a $900 package, $600, $300, and $100, okay? Every one of these packages, you get to be part of the community. You get interactive training. You get emails. You get 100%. You get a website. Every one of these packages. So what's the difference? Well, if I purchase, basically the difference is you get more income streams and more high touch training, meaning you get live interactive training. These two right here, you get more training and you get to be on a live training with Michelle O'Neill. Okay. These, you still get training, but you don't get that special live training with Michelle O'Neill. But it's okay. You have these options, okay? And if I purchase 1,400, I get to resell all of 5 of those packages. So you get 5 income streams. Not only that, in the $1,400, let me put this in blue because it's different. Michelle just dropped a whole module on AI training and how you can leverage it to build your business online, okay? Teach you how to use AI. That is a huge skill. And if you were to go find this training online, you're going to be paying upwards of $10,000 for it. Here, she just dropped it in our $1,400 program that I don't have to pay any more for. I just get it. Okay. That's huge. Now her and her partner, Mike, have been teaching us how to use it. Yesterday, I was on a training in the mastermind group, and he was teaching us a specific prompt on how to create your content and how to make it work. And it was incredible. It blew my mind on how that worked. Okay. It was awesome. So that is a huge thing that you get in here. Okay. And you get to resell every single one of these. There's a gal in the community, Michelle talks about her all the time. She didn't have that money. So she had $100. Actually, didn't have that. She went and sold things on eBay, Marketplace. I don't know where she sold it, but sites like that. And she got $100. She bought the $100, implemented it, started learning, made some sales, and then she upgraded to $300. And you only have to upgrade. You only pay the difference. So pay the $100, you only pay $200, upgrade to $300. Now she got 2 streams of income and she resold these. Okay. She made again more money and she upgraded. Okay. 300 to 600 and so forth. And she's built her empire doing that. So it's possible. Okay. And there's even payment plans on there. And the other thing, guys, that I am doing right now for anybody that purchases from me, I'm giving you 2 modules, and this is huge. 2 modules worth $500. And here's what it is. The modules are magnetic marketing. Okay, and it's actually magnetic marketing. I'm learning out of room here. I'm trying to hurry because I got to go. Magnetic marketing, where teaches you how to be magnet on social media. That teaches you the attraction marketing principles so you don't have to chase people. Okay, I love that. I hated contacting my friends and family. I hated DMing people. I hated contacting everybody I walked to when I was out at the mall doing my own shopping, enjoying my time. I always had that pressure to go contact the person standing next to me because I needed to find people. Okay, I hated that. This teaches you how to attract customers to you. It's huge. That's normally $197. And then the other is I'm going to give you complete creators business kit, where it actually teaches you how to build funnels, emails, all you need to know to create a business kit. That's worth $500. Okay, this one I sell for $297. This one I sell for $197. Okay, I'm going to give those to you. Why? Because I want you to learn these things. And then I'm going to lock arms with you and I'm going to teach you what I'm learning in my mastermind. I'm going to share it with you and teach you how to be successful with this. Okay. And avoid the roadblocks that I've hit. And if I don't know any questions, I can go to Michelle and Mike. I've been to their house twice and we're on the mastermind at least once a week. Michelle teaches Thursday, Mike teaches Monday. I vested the money to be a part of that, and I pass that on to you to help you guys be successful. So that's the simple six-figure system. Okay. And that's how you make money online. That's how you can replace your money. You replace your income. Now, I don't have time to go into this because I got to jump off, but we teach a 2-hour workflow where you can, in 2 hours a day, do the money-making activities, and you can do this. Why? Because you have an automated system. You have social media that works for you 24/7 too, and this works for you 24/7, and it attracts and brings customers to you while you're at work, having to work to continue to put bread on the table and pay the bills. And then eventually, as it grows and you keep being consistent at it, you're going to be able to walk away from your job and be able to have full-time income, spend more time with your family, create the memories that you want, go on that vacation that you want to do. Hey, Mark P313, thank you, my friend. So best thing to do is two ways. You can go to the link in my bio, get the blueprint, okay? And the blueprint talks about all this, by the way, guys. I'm giving the information away free. Or you can come down here to the icon in the bottom left, the Service Plus icon with TikToks, and submit your information, and then I will email you how to get access to the blueprint as well as join my community. So, no, I'm not going to do that. So that's the best thing, guys. I'm giving you the blueprint that this is all built off of, and you can do this just by following the blueprint, literally. So you go get it. It's totally free. It's in my link in my bio. And then this Thursday, you'll get information too of a webinar over the next few days that I'm doing on Thursday. You can come join. It's totally free. A webinar where I'm going to do some training and teaching more on this and talk to you more about it. And I can be there to answer questions as well. Okay. Because I want you guys to ask me questions so you understand the value of this. Because if you understand the value of it, you're going to want to purchase it, and I'm going to be able to help you make money online too, guys. This is the best system out there because it's interactive, beginner friendly. You don't have to know tech skills. The system walks you through it, guys. The training that they have on here walks you through step by step how to do it. And then you've got me, who's a techie. I can help you overcome those and help you set up your website. The other thing we're going to do is teach you how to personalize this to attract the individuals you're wanting to help. Okay. And that will help you as you learn the magnetic marketing options. That'll help you build your business and attract customers to you. Because in this age of AI, I believe, yes, AI is going to replace some jobs, just like the internet did, just like the industry, the industrial period did as well. No different. We have to up our skills. We got to change the way we do things. But AI is a tool. It's never going to replace the human. Just like the internet bubble. Everybody thought the internet is going to be gone. Sorry, Rose. Hey, Rose, if you guys are just jumping in here, I have a YouTube channel called the 4 Keys to Wealth. No, number 4, KEYS to Wealth. I'm streaming it right now. I'm going to be posting. It'll automatically post. You can go and rewatch the live, and you'll be able to get the details there too. Okay. Okay, Rose. The other thing is you can get the blueprint in a link in my bio or this icon down here that explains this as well. And it's a little simpler. Sorry, it is messy here. I've drawn it all out. If you were here the whole time, you'd see the pieces and it wouldn't be as complicated. I get that. What I need to do is get paper and then I can just show pieces of it. And then it doesn't look so complicated. So, all right, Rose. Awesome. So, um, what was I saying? Yeah, so just imagine you guys having a system that's working for you 24/7. You're putting in your couple hours a day, being consistent, and your system's growing. You wake up one morning and you're like, "There, I had a notification. I just made 900 bucks or $1,400 or 300." What would that change for you? When that happens, you know you're on your way where you've already built a business enough that you've already replaced your income and you just have your perfect day. Get up, take your time, spend time with your I'm on YouTube, yeah. Matt, you're jumping from system to system to figure out what plan to buy. I get it, my friend. I did the same thing. I spent 30 times this on a system to teach me how to put my network marketing company online. Okay. SWC, I've looked at that too. This for me, what I liked about it is I got more interactive training and I feel like I got more value for my buck. Yes, you look at it, it's a little more expensive, but I also get a full on system I can resell. Business in a box, I can do it. But that was me. Okay. Man, I just encourage you to do it because I spent that amount trying to put my network marketing company online and I couldn't get it done. But I found this and I wish I would have found this sooner because the value behind this is huge. Matt, go get the blueprint. I don't know if you've got the blueprint already, but get in my email and then I will send you a link to join the webinar on Thursday. It's totally free. You can come in. It's called the Legacy Builders Program. On Thursday, I'm doing a webinar that you can uh, yeah, they can join and ask questions specifically. And if you're putting your information in here in the icon too, you can do that as well. So Legacy Builder Program and Get the Blueprint is going to talk to you about what it's built off of. And then Matt, I have a YouTube channel called 4 Keys to Wealth, the number 4 KEYS to Wealth. I stream this whole live since you just joined. You can come and you can get the whole replay of this. But Matt, how you join this call? So get in my email. Okay, go to the link in my bio or submit the form here, and I'll show you how to get the blueprint. And then once you're in my 4 Keys to Wealth, exactly. You can find my YouTube channel there. But if you get in my email, thanks for the follow, Matt. If you get in my email, you're going to get an email today with the link, and the next day up to Thursday, Thursday evening, about how to join the webinar, and you can get on and ask me questions directly. Okay. I actually got to jump. I'm 22 minutes late from doing homeschool with my kids. So I got to run, you guys. Appreciate you guys. You guys have been awesome. Appreciate the comments, the questions, and the interaction. Thank you for the follows. Thank you for the likes, you guys. Love TikTok. You guys are amazing. YouTube, again, appreciate you guys jumping in here and being a part of it. And we'll see you guys later over here on YouTube. See you guys later. Take care.